Hello everybody, welcome back to another settlement build showcase of mine. Today I'm showing off my castle build based on the real-life Fort Independence. Now, although there is a castle wall, I still do have this first line of defense in the form of a sheet metal thing. As well as a guard checkpoint here, as control 2 the gate. There's also another checkpoint here with a nice view. This checkpoint's for something different, though. It's for this. Made a whole pier. I originally didn't want to, like, do anything with the outside of the wall beyond, like, the entrance, but this kind of just, like, came about, I guess.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls?
This vendor actually sells the Crescent Garvey outfit, so it's technically not unique. You'll see a lot of people wearing that. Oh yeah, this is right with my Bunker Hill thing. They like to crowd around that for some reason. Like all of them at once. And before we get into the actual city, there's a small fishing village here I made. Almost every house has access to the waterfront in the form of either some pier or through their back window, like this one. Just cast a line out there, catch some fish, cook it up. Now, like I said, since this is more or less the first line of defense from attackers, this fishing village is kind of poor, and it kind of like, it's not expected to really survive an attack, basically. It's a high-risk investment, basically. Anyways, here's the training yard. Over here we train artillerymen, as well as give them a fitness course, monkey bars even. Over here is a shooting range. When I built this area, I imagined there would be a lot more like synth fighting here when the actual attack happened. Wasn't really that much of that, but hey. Now, I deliberately made it so that there was only one entrance to the castle. Make it harder for invaders and potentially a siege. If you only have one position to guard, it's much easier to guard. Anyways, here's the actual city.
We'd move faster if you kept your eyes on the road and off me arse.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Over here is the radio
Who gives
station.
a shite what happened
This
in
is
this
a
spot
pre-built
hundreds of years
structure,
ago?
but I built
Hell of a
more
lot of good
around
that
it
does
so that it
now.
would look more like an actual radio station. Over here is the farm. It's important to have a farm within your castle walls in order to prevent a siege from happening. It's important to be basically self-sufficient.
My back hurts, my feet hurts.
Grow your own
Everything hurts.
livestock, grow your own crops. I would have a fishing pool, but
Out here,
Fo4 doesn't
gotta
have like
take things one
an
day at a
indoor
time.
fishing thing.
This
Like
spot's
you can't place
supposed
your
to
own
be
pond.
important or something.
So the next best thing was the fishing village. Over here is the engineering department. That's where the workshop spawns. The main one. That one. I'm very proud of this pun.
Work to do. Can't talk now.
Guess that guy's a Brahmin Baron. For anyone wondering what's in here, so let's ignore that. Not everyone is as depraved as that person in this town. Over here is the Macaroni's bar, or Macaroni's. Ron is supposed to be operating that, but I don't know where he is. At least Ron's at his position. Hello, Ron.
Hi, how are
No, wait,
you?
you're Mac. Shit. They look kind of similar. The only difference between them is the hat. This is the cosmetologist. They also do barber. Never mind, maybe they are as depraved as I thought. So that's about it for like the actual core of the castle. Now let's move on to the interior of the armory here.
Sounds not much, but it's something.
Plays a little noise like a prison door would whenever you open it.
I'll get these kids whipped into shape. Don't worry.
Please move.
If you ain't been up to see
Over here is the
Grey Guy,
undersection
you
of
should go.
the castle. You
Whole
can't
place is
normally
run by
build in
robots.
there without mods. So I kind of just left it like semi-abandoned.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Hope you're not getting ready to spout a history lesson.
Stop slacking. You're on the job.
Protect and serve.
Serve me some food. Or don't. This particular person has been here since, like, the beginning. this is where I normally would put my general's outfit, but I'm currently wearing that, so... And during times of crisis, this is when there's a lack of beds in the actual hospital. It's more like immediate stuff, like immediate emergencies. Like, basically the Minuteman's ER. Oh, that's real nice.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days.
Okay,
Biggest town.
before I
This spot's
show off
supposed
the
to
rest
be
of this
important or
build,
something.
I'd like to clarify, this is the only use of Creation Club stuff that I use, and I usually try to avoid using it, but in this case, I feel like the lockers from the Creation Club are better than the ones from the Voltec Workshop. So, if you prefer seeing Creation Club stuff in my builds,
Been too long
comment that,
since I
but if you don't, just let me know. I did, however, make my own bunk beds instead of using the Creation Club ones, because I like the way these look. I forgot if I copied this design from someone else or if I came up with it on my own, so if this is someone else's design, I'm sorry. Here's the jail. Got a lineup thingy here to measure height, as well as this guy.
Hey.
I knew you'd be back. You want that charge card now?
We caught him outside South Boston trying to sell scam key, like, cards. I don't know what his deal is, but I don't think it's a good idea to buy from him.
You're out of your mind.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Okay, okay.
But hey,
Yeah,
it's
he's
your
a
luck.
demon.
Okay
Get out of
then. Fuck you very much.
And as you can see, it has access to the upper levels. Each sort of, like, I don't know what to call them, but each, like, side has its own, like, outpost, with the exception of that side over there. We'll get to that in a bit. But over here, there's at least one Minuteman that should be stationed here. Also has a good view.
Yes?
Got a sniping spot here. I thought I would use this more in the fight, but apparently not. Now, for those unaware, the main castle is mostly destroyed. Like, where this would normally be, there's normally just, like, a lot of rubble. All of this was patched up using concrete from one of the DLC. You can patch it up using, like, base game stuff as well. Like, namely the wood foundation and the wood set.
Getting dark out. Maybe we should find a place to bed down for the night.
And as for this particular spot, there's not really a whole lot going on in this sector. There's just mostly just open water. And although the Brotherhood is right there, we're going to get to those guys in a bit. That outpost can cover it. They can see what's going on from over there. So this area has been kind of just like mostly delegated to like more so extra food production. And that's about it for the whole build. My favorite part, I would probably say, is Mac's bar. I really like the idea that Mac, who's originally just this guy, he just has nothing to him, basically, besides like a really crappy stall in the middle of nowhere. And I gave him like one of the best bars in like the most populated city in my, like, I've ever done actually. So So, yeah, thanks for watching.